Hey everyone, I hope everything's going well. I miss y'all. It's time to have our first day of learning without me, but at least you can still have my voice. Okay, today we're going to learn about the discriminant, how to write equations from roots, and the remainder factor theorems. First of all, and this is going to compare your homework completely, Roman numeral 1 goes with Roman numeral 1 on your homework. You need to get things in standard form, which is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So basically this is y equals everything else. You just want y equals on one side and everything else on the other side with the variables arranged in descending order of the exponents. See how this is x squared, x, no x. Okay, so let's practice getting this one in standard form. I want to keep my x squared positive, so I'm going to subtract 3 and I'll add 5x. So these will cancel and these will cancel. And I'll be left with 2x squared plus 5x, or excuse me, plus 6x minus 3 equals 0. Okay, we're going to go ahead and replace the 0 with a y. So y equals 2x squared plus 6x minus 3. And this is in standard form, so this would be our answer. Okay, now let's do another one with y'all practicing. Go ahead and do it on your own. Okay, I'm going to go through it now. Now, my x squared over here is negative, so I want to go ahead and bring everything to the same side, and then I can flip everything's signs. So I'm going to say minus 5 and minus 8x. So I'll have minus 5 and minus 8x. And then these two will combine, and I'll have x squared. 3x minus 8x is negative 5x. And then minus 5 equals 0. And we want to replace that 0 with a y. So y equals x squared minus 5x minus 5. And that's in standard form. Okay, so let's move on and talk about the discriminant. The discriminant actually comes from part of the quadratic formula, which we learned about a little bit ago. The discriminant is the formula b squared minus 4ac. So if you remember, that is the formula that's underneath the square root sign in the quadratic formula. So the discriminant tells us some major things. First of all, if the discriminant is greater than 0, meaning it's a positive number, the parabola has 2 real roots. That means it hits the x-axis twice. If your discriminant equals 0, you have 1 real root, meaning it only hits the x-axis one time. And if your discriminant is less than 0, meaning you have a negative number, you will have 2 complex conjugate roots, and what that'll look like on your calculator on the graph screen is it won't even be hitting the x-axis because they're imaginary roots. So I've written one down for y'all just to take a look at. So here's the quadratic, 3x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals 0. First, you want to identify a, b, and c. So here, a is 3, b is negative 5, c is 2. Then write down your formula, b squared minus 4ac. Then plug in negative 5 for b, 3 for a, and 2 for c. Negative 5 squared is 25, not negative 25. And then 4 times 3 times 2 will be 24. From 4 times 3 being 12 times 2 is 24. So 25 minus 24, that's 1. This is a positive number. So this means this quadratic has 2 real roots, and that's the conclusion that we want to reach from that. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip the page. Okay, so now y'all are going to try this one. Okay, so work on this one. Pause the video. Okay, now I'm going to go through it. So first, the big problem with this is it's not in standard form yet. So I need to get this one in standard form before I can do the discriminant. So we're just going to go ahead and say minus 2x squared to both sides and add 6 to both sides. So I'll have negative x squared minus 4x plus 9 equals 0. So A is negative 1, B is negative 4, and C is 9. So now I want to plug it into my formula, b squared minus 4ac. So b squared will be negative 4 squared, and then a will be negative 1, and c will be 9. Negative 4 squared is 16, and then these two negatives will turn into a positive, and 4 times 9 is 36. So this is going to equal a positive number, 52. So this means this is positive. So I have 2 real roots. Okay, so y'all take a look at the next one and do that one on your own. Okay, now let's take a look at example 3. Now this is already in standard form. The f of x is the same thing as y. And so a is 6, b is negative 12, and c is 7. This is a plus 7. Sorry, I had to look at my notes key. Okay, so then we want to plug into b squared minus 4ac. So b squared is negative 12 squared, and then minus 4ac. Negative 12 squared is 144 minus 168. I'll get a negative 24. So this is a negative